The feature, though, is race number 6, the Hong Kong Country Club Challenge Cup, and it's over the 1,650 metres. Savvy Kingman, top of the book, resumes on the back of 2 trials. Zone D, he's had 1 run back and he ran 50, likes to get back and run on. Master Hero comes to Happy Valley for the first time. He's never seen the circuit before. King's Capital up in trip from the 14 to the 1650. Around the Earth, up from the 1400 to the 1650. He won over the 1600 at Te Aroha. Nimble Nimbus races well first up. Storm Legend was a beaten favourite last time, but has barrier number 1 and Ode to Joy. Down the bottom has the blinkers off and the shadow roll going on, and is just a point off being eligible for class number 4. All right, Tom, the speed map here over the 1650, good to slow the anticipated pace.
In Savvy Kingman to go forward here in this race, that's what he likes to do. And one would think maybe Lyle Hewitson could be a suited booking here for Savvy Kingman. Nimble Nimbus should get a good run through in the trail. Viva Hunter, who won't be far away. Paul, he had to be used a little bit to get forward last start, Viva Hunter.
Yeah, he's got a bit of draw here, hasn't he? He's got barrier number 6, so he should be able to get out there easy enough. I thought it might be a little bit tough for Master Hero from his draw. He's got to come across. Round the Earth, he didn't show much gate speed on his debut here in Hong Kong, and Zone D generally gets back and needs a bit of luck in his running as well, so he's likely to go back as well.
Well, it is Zone D that we do start at, and going to the replays right now for... It's been working so well, that touchscreen too. We start with Zone D. There he is back in the field. That is the way he races. He likes to sit back and run on late. And Viva Hunter, Paul, you mentioned that he had to do some early work last time. That is him in the lead, and he is having his second run this time in from a slightly better barrier 10 down to 6.
Yeah, I think so. I think he can get outside Savvy Kingman. Savvy Kingman looks the most likely leader because he's a big horse that does like to keep rolling. Good run, I thought, from Viva Mas, because as you say, did have to work early. Sort of just faded late there, didn't he? And Zone D, he gets back, he runs on, he just needs some luck.
He was running on there to the end was Zone D. You could see Viva Hunter after that early work was just tiring there in the straight. Of course, the form out of that race has worked pretty well because Nearly Fine came out and hacked up again the other day.
He did. He's absolutely flying, the grey Nearly Fine. We head across to Shah 10 for the second of our replays. We've got Master Hero. There he is up outside the speed. He's a consistent horse. And round the Earth, Tom, he needs to find a few lengths on his debut. But what about getting around the smaller circuit for the first time, Master Hero? Any concerns with that?
Well, I don't think there should be. He's sort of he's not a huge horse by any stretch of the imagination, and so we've certainly seen the progeny handle it well in the past, but he didn't have a good run this time round. To his credit, though, he stayed on pretty well for 4th placing, despite him being 3 wide, no cover for pretty much the whole race, up on the speed. Happy Valley for the first time. You can just see him tiring there late, getting a little bit of a check too, courtesy of Mr. Ascendancy, but it was a decent enough run from him, and I guess you could say, Paul, wasn't the worst debut from round the Earth.
No, it wasn't. He's coming now to Happy Valley, which is a little bit more tricky. The thing with Master Hero, he's never been to Happy Valley before, is he? So it's can be a little bit tricky. And from barrier number 7, I just thought it was a little bit, bit of a sort of a sticky draw is probably the word I'm looking for.
Matthew Chadwick takes the ride on Master Hero for Tony Cruz. Next replay here, Paul, features Storm Legend. Now, this is going back to last season. He's had a start since Storm Legend was a little disappointing as favourite. And the other horse in this race is Nimble Nimbus. And he's had just the 1 trial. It was behind Lightning Warrior. But as these two clashed late last season, this is the replay we're showing.
Yeah, so that's a good one to show there. But Storm Legend, look, he's still a maiden from his 14 starts. Has been placed twice with his seconds here at Happy Valley. Hasn't quite done it yet at this stage. So, look, I thought Nimble Nimbus, he handles Happy Valley pretty well, though, and from barrier 2, he's going to get a nice run.
I just wondered about Nimble Nimbus fresh maybe coming to this because he's not done too much in the past. He had every chance last time out. He's been trialling out. He trialled up at Happy Valley behind Lightning Warrior, who's been tearing up the tracks recently. And the other one in that replay there, Storm Legend, he had every chance last start too.
He did indeed. He draws down in barrier number 1 this week. We head up to Chung Fa now, Tom. If you want to back the leader, Savvy Kingman is the horse. He was tried at the back end of last time in over 2,200 and 1,800. He's a 3-time winner over the 1,800. He's a big going free striding horse and he might get an easy lead this week.
He might do, and with Lyle Hewitson on board, we know Lyle can rate your front runner well. You can see him once he angled off heels there. I think it was Kaying Star in the blue down on the inside there, in Maldives. Not far away either. He ran on quite well at the end. So he's had the 2 trials and he ran on a couple of yielding tracks, Paul, at the back end of last season, which just may have not been to his liking either. Yeah,
he finished towards the back there. Look, I like the fact he's had 2 trials. He's 12-20 pounds as carded weight. He's normally races around 12-10, so he's put on 10 pounds, but he's a big horse, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for him at all. He has won up to 12.39 before, so 12.20 should be no problem.
The other thing to consider on Wednesday night, Paul, is it's a C+3 meeting and the inside barriers have a great record on that course.
Yeah, exactly right. And he's got a really good front-running jockey on him as well, Lyle Hewitson. Lyle does like to be positive on a lot of his mounts, so I think, it's, as Tom said earlier on, it's probably a really good booking.
Lyle's first ride this season for Frankie Law too.
What about a horse like King's Capital, who we haven't seen, Tom? He's come up at double figures early in betting, second up, 1650s, just the one placing over the trip, but does have Zach Burton on board.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a chance in a race like this, King's Capital. His last one came off 69. He's rated 70 here. He got hampered at the 100 metres last time out, and he was beaten 3 3/4 behind Gallant Crown. I didn't think it was a bad effort at all. Yet to win course and distance, but he has placed.
Yeah, he did win over the 1400 metres at Sha Tin, but this shouldn't be a problem for him the way he races. He did race up to 2000 metres last season.
All right, we've dissected race 6 the best we can. Who goes in the top 4?
I'm going to go with Savvy Kingman. I just think with Lyle aboard, I think this horse can lead, and if he does get a nice time of it in the C+3 course, it'll be good. I don't think he'll start anywhere near 14s though. Zone D, he'll want the pace on, but he might get it with a free roller in front. Nimble Nimbus likes Happy Valley, and Viva Hunter had to work last time. He'll be fitter for that run. 1, 2, 7 and 6.
Like Paul said, I'd be very surprised if he started at the quote at the moment of 13-1, but I think he's the horse to beat here. Fresh up, good 2 trials leading into this, and with a front-running jockey to suit. So Savvy Kingman, 4 King's Capital, 2 Zone D makes it in like the way he finished off last time out. And Master Hero, hopefully he can tuck in from barrier 7 somewhere, comes to the Valley for the first time. 1, 4, 2 and 3.